Welcome to episode 12 of PIPE GDAO Podcast. It is your usual host, your host, Sleazy Slimy.
And the
And
co-host, as I'm sure
yes,
he was to go by. Yeah, me, it's Noodle. I'm back again.
yeah, he really has to know his place. I need to remind
I
him
know. It's
about
like
it three times per episode.
I heard the way you said host. You were like host, and then you were like, "Ooh, no, just me," and then me, the co-host. I was like, "Oh,
Yes.
thank you."
And we're continuing our series with reading our white paper. Today we are starting with page 9. 9.
9.
9.
Oh, love Germans.
Yeah, will do. For your convenience, please pull up the white paper from the link tree in the description and follow along, starting from page 9. And this is how to become a member of the PGF.
Did you know up to 45% of recruiter talent database are dormant? This means 45% of your revenue is left on the table.
Wow.
I know, right? But if you repurpose your talent database by redirecting them to nascent industry technology in high growth, you can share a portion of the high growth sweat equity too. How? The Pipe Associate Network. Bring new opportunities to talent within university-born R&D IP startups worldwide and earn a part of the future. Go to our description for the link tree or sign up on www.thepipecompany.co.uk and start your adventure of the future today.
PGF stands for Pipe General Fund. Becoming a member starts with the permissionless Launchpad protocol. When we are talking about permissionless protocol, just to remind anyone who's unfamiliar, permissioned protocol means centralized, as in there is a centralized entity that issues, let's just call it permissions to operate on the network. And then there's permissionless, which is the more, let's say, conventional protocols that we know of, like Ethereum, Polkadot, Cosmos, and so on and so forth. It's governed by the nodes that are not that do not belong to the entity that created it. That's generally permissionless versus permissioned,
Mhm.
and we can see it on the figure 2 below. I will explain the figure 2 below a bit later. We go through the bullet point list. The Launchpad is where Web3 investors engage the Pipe ecosystem. So keywords: Launchpad we is the is our website where Web3 investors that invested into the Pipe ecosystem can engage with the Pipe ecosystem. The Pipe ecosystem consists of stuff like Pipe Company, the PGF, Launchpad is also part of that.
Various different projects as well. Yeah, it'll all be like the whole system's based around the launchpad, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's not limited to that. We may have more in the future. Two, investors require a Web3 wallet that is EVM, so Ethereum virtual machine. So anything that is has come out of Ethereum. Uh, Examples of non-EVM would be something like uh, Cardano. Um, Nothing that pops into my head right away, but yeah, compatible and with an available USDC stablecoin sum. So yeah, you need to not have your wallet empty. Part of it to prevent spammers that would
Mm.
just creating a new wallet is free. Filling up with coins is not free. So go to the www.thepipegdao.io and click Launchpad. Enter the app and connect your wallet. So the normal process you would encounter on any Web3 page. Read and agree to terms and conditions. Enter your deposit amount and confirm the transaction. So again, the normal stuff. Your deposit is locked for a minimum of 6 months. So remember this detail. It's locked for a minimum of 6 months, and then 50% of it will be available up to withdrawal after those 6 months. So you can still use it for other means, but not for withdrawal. 50% after the 6 months is available, and then up to 100% after 12 months. But we do take the 10% levy fee per deposit. So at the moment of the deposit, it's 10%.
Hmm.
But first, did you know that even top companies like Coinbase struggle with talent retention, averaging just about zero point 0.8 years, so under 1 year? Web3 faces a big problem with unqualified applicants, some scammers, overall CV spammers, leading to short-term hires. Applications like Passion, they are misaligned with the project ethos. This disconnect reduces long-term commitment to missions and goals. Well, Arbito fixes this. Arbito is a limited membership Web3 jobs platform that combines AI tools, vetting, and job management tools, as well as third-party ad boosts. We are maximizing the number of eyeballs on your job post. Join today by going to our link tree in the description and look for arbito.io. And now we get this figure two. It's difficult to explain it because it's in a podcast, but if you're reading the white paper and you've come here from our white paper, you can see it. Members provide their stable coins and receive digital claim NFT. So some projects give you uh, coins or tokens in exchange for the deposit, and we give you the digital claim NFT. Not quite yet, however, as digital claim NFT is coming in version 2. 90% of the deposits are retained by the PGF, and 10% is the levy fee that goes to towards our operations. So 90% is what's locked for your value that you invested into us, and 10% goes to the company to keep the lights on. Members receive capital gains in paid stablecoin (USDC) with the ability to trade the digital claim on third-party NFT marketplaces with other investors. Yeah, so you can sell your NFT that is worth the amount you deposited into. You can sell it on third-party marketplaces, and you can also trade on our Pipe exchange.
Mm.
That we will talk about a bit in a bit. But before we continue, are you looking to invest in real-world asset innovation IPs? Maybe one coming from a university? I'll have you know, they have an average ROI of 397%, aka X4. And did you know, the likes of Gatorade and Google actually came out from universities?
Then what you're looking for is the PIPE GDAO, a community-led protocol that fairly openly and honestly governs overall community ownership of the various protocols it creates. Join the Web3 real-world asset revolution powered by PGF Launchpad with cutting-edge university laboratory inventions that could change the world with your support, bridging the gap between university IP real-world assets and Web3 capital. The PGF Launchpad connects EU university lab innovators directly with retail investors on the blockchain, included but not limited to automated seizure prediction and prevention, and boost EV driving range significantly. This could be up to 70%.
You can join us by going into the link tree in the description, launchpad.thepipegdao.io.
The Launchpad protocol, it's for profit and it's permissionless. It is the first investment project to be deployed within the gDAO protocol. All of
That,
this is
uh,
on the white
that
paper.
comes at a contrast to many other DeSci projects, because a lot of DeSci projects, in fact, I would say most of them, are actually not for profit. So
Mm.
keep that in mind. A lot of them would say something to the extent of, um, you can buy our coins or tokens or NFTs, and you are not guaranteed. So the keyword is not you're not guaranteed any profit from it. You can of course sell it on a third party marketplace to
Mm.
someone else, just
Mhm.
like you would like any picture NFT, like a profile picture NFT. But you are not you may get a profit out of buying into their sale, or you may not. And
Yes,
well, in
exactly.
our case, it is actually for profit.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely something different about us than, like you said, other DeSci projects. So when we talk about the Launchpad, we talk about it because it is related to the gDAO protocol, and it's a sort of sister entity to it as well, as other fund entities for projects not directly affiliated with Pipe. So the Launchpad is sort of like a retail grade product and provides the first 2 million for all Pipe projects. It
Why
is
is it not a brother entity?
That's why. Well, no one knows because it's like the thing. It was like, oh, our sister store or our sister club.
Yeah, it
Not too
seems
sure.
it seems kind of favoring the females. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. God, who knows?
Yeah, and
Um,
all the pipe projects actually can get up to 2 million euros.
yes.
Imagine that. That is how much our projects can be funded. You can, by the way, check them out on our launchpad.
Yeah, because we got a couple on there already.
More than a
Very
couple,
exciting stuff. Yeah, quite a few. Yeah.
like 10, I think.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. Yeah, I remember the batteries, cars, ignition systems. It's all really interesting science stuff.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy, and yes, it is science. Even
Yes,
though it might not sound like science, but it is science.
it is a science.
But before that, have you heard of a certain logo designer that managed to turn $2,000 into $200,000?
I have not. Please tell me more.
Oh well, his name is Dustin Moskowitz, a simple designer whose genius foresight in an early university startup, Facebook, changed his life. Yes, he designed the Facebook logo. And you can do this too by contributing to nascent technology startups from universities of today through Pipe Associate Network. Find out how you can get started today by going into the description, our link tree, and look for www.arbato.io/ban.
So, when we're talking about the Launchpad again, we'll reiterate it's permissionless and anonymous. So there's no KYC/AML, and it's a cross chain, so non-zero sum on Ethereum virtual machines, EVM your wallet, compatible networks, allowing Pipe to reach its pre-seed and seed funding goals much quicker. And since most Web TVL, which means total value locked, is also on permissionless anonymous protocols, again, just to reiterate, because it's permissionless, TVL, sort of total value locks, where most of the money is at.
Yeah, and the funds invested into our protocol will always become permissioned, but only once an allocated fund master, who must be KYC AML approved, so he must be what we call doxed. In Web 2 terms, dox is always a negative term, but in Web 3, dox just means that we know who he is because the majority of Web 3 is anonymous. So just to reiterate this point, um, the funds will come from permissionless networks such as Ethereum and all EVM, as well as the other ones like Cardano, which is not EVM but it's also permissionless. Uh, but then it will become permissioned. So, in other words, it will permissioned networks are ones where they are centralized, and in order to be a business, a lot of the times permissioned model is a lot better one because it's a lot cheaper to set up, and if you are trusting the company with your funds, then there is no downside to being permissioned. But of course, and as we said, the fund master, the one who operates with it, just like in any business, we must know who that person is, so he must be KYC'd. So KYC is the know your customer. We must know who he is and his history, and what kind of guy he is, so we know whether we should trust him or not. Funds will be pulled from multiple EVM network contributions and manually ported to the Hedera Network Launchpad account by the fund master. But before that, hey listeners, we get it. Sometimes you've got questions and browsing through endless FAQs just isn't cutting it. I mean, we do have Discord and Telegram where you could ask us questions directly, we're very responsive there. But maybe you want to hear human interaction for something important. A lot of people value that, especially those who are, on the elder side. We get in the universities, there are elder professors. So why not make it easy on yourself and give us a call?
Yes, just pick up the phone and dial +44 0161 399 4283.
From 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday.
Whether it's a quick question, a bit of help you need, or you just want to chat with a real person, we're here for you.
No robots, no runaround, just friendly folks ready to give you the answers you need and fast. So, next time you're stuck, remember this number +44 0161 399 4283. Available 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. UK time, Monday to Friday. We are ready when you are. The fund master coordinates, bullet points, the import of the funds from the external networks. So, obviously, because he is in charge of the funds that are coming in, the allocation of the funds to the PEX system via allowance. So, PEX is our pipe exchange where we'll be trading whatever we get from the deposits, and the recovery of funds back out to the external networks. So, also, obviously, because we need to have a mechanism where we can leave the network as well. The Launchpad has unique characteristics as it collects funds in a permissionless environment, EVMs, and then transfers them into the permission constrained environment run on Hedera by the fund master multisig process. So it's actually been what we've been talking about up until now, but it's also added multi-sig process because in all companies, so that one person doesn't run off with all the funds, it needs the cooperation of many different people. So it reduces the risk for the customer. The DAO characteristics of this account are likely to be on an EVM outside of Hedera. So some kind of EVM, maybe base or some other. The non-Hedera parts of this account may access the Hedera side permissions contract system in order to enforce permission-based uh, action. If you are dabbling into some dev work, that one part might be interesting to you, but other than that, it's not too relevant. The Launchpad Fund cannot refuse to back an independent investor committee and PIPE QED cleared project if called upon to do so. Now, this is looking more like legal stuff or governance stuff. Yeah. But wait, are you looking to get the latest updates straight from the source? All the insider details as they happen?
Well, we've got you covered. Follow us on X to stay in the loop with both PGF and the Pipe Company. From announcements to exclusive insights, you'll be the first to know.
And don't miss our next AMA. Get your questions ready, whether you want to ask them in writing or come on air to speak directly with the experts.
It's your chance to ask anything. Hear the answers live and get the clarity you need. Just follow us on X and never miss an AMA announcement.
Stay informed, stay ahead, and get answers right from the source. Go into the link tree in the description, find our X, formerly Twitter page, and we'll see you there.
So now we're going to be doing sort of like a big of a deeper dive into the Launchpad. So the Launchpad will sort of enable approved projects on the pipe to raise their first 2 million euros.
2 million euros.
2 million euros for each project.
Yeah.
In seed funding from retail investors paid in USDC or other stable coins over time.
But why is it not USDT? No reason, really.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No idea. It will showcase what projects are in the pipe, what stage of the QED process they have reached, and how much of their funding allocation they have unlocked, and is open to all members with nationality restrictions outlined in our terms and conditions. So obviously, some countries we won't be available to get to yet.
Yeah, it's funny because I live in Spain,
Mhm.
and for some reason, Spain is one of those countries that is often excluded. I don't know why. I see absolutely no reason why it would be.
Mhm.
Like France and Italy usually are, but Spain is sometimes excluded. I don't know why. So check your country. It's probably there, but yeah.
Yeah, I
Check
know
the place.
there's quite a few there. I think Spain should be all right. I'd hope. Actually, do I like Spanish people? I'm not too sure. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
still over the Euros yet or not.
The football.
Yeah, I still don't know if it's put like unwavering damage on my perception or
Yeah,
perspective the
yeah.
Spanish.
No worries. You will get another one in the next finals.
Yeah, I can imagine. Honestly, every time England makes it to a final, just bet on them to lose. It's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so some nationality restrictions, but it's open to all members essentially and users, large or small. Once a project is secured, in principle, it's 2 million euros in seed capital. It will receive tranches over a defined period deployed against key milestones as defined during the QED process. We'll go a little bit into the QED process in a second. If users want to further invest in any project after the pre-seed or seed round is fully deployed, they can do so after completing KYC/AML and eligibility checks and creating or joining others to create follow-on investment pots such as XXDAO /DAO etc. I actually did a blog post, which sort of went into the potential of XXDAOs a little bit. It was my climate change one. It was all about raising money for cleaning up the oceans. It was one of the first blogs ever posted, and you'll be able to find that on the blog section of our website. If you scroll all the way down, it's one of our first blogs.
Yes, imagine this. Our co-host here is very important. He wrote the first ever blog post.
I did, yeah, ever in the world.
Yeah,
You know me.
yeah. Blogs only exist on our page.
Yeah, you'll
Everyone knows
never
that.
see another blog or any other blog other than the ones that are on
It's
ours.
you could call it the Genesis blog.
Too right, you could.
Yeah.
The Launchpad is available as a cross-chain DApp and is EVM compatible. So to expand the initial pool of potential Web3 investors and liquidity. Now, do you want to talk about the Launchpad flowchart? Stop. Are you looking for a way to make passive income with your online business with a quality partnership that has low startup costs? Then the PIPE Affiliates and Referrals is for you. An affiliate is an individual or business that helps promote the PIPE services in exchange for a commission on the sales or leads that generate from their links. To do this, you'll need to join an affiliate program with PIPE, promote PIPE with unique tracking links on your websites, blogs, or social media, or any other channels. You will then go on to earn any commission made when a new user clicks your link and makes a purchase.
You heard that right. When a new user clicks your link or any client of yours and makes a purchase, you earn a commission from it. The referral process using PIPE offers a structured and efficient way for recruiting agencies to connect qualified candidates with potential employers. By leveraging PIPE's capabilities, agencies can enhance the quality of their referrals and improve the chances of candidates being considered for suitable associate positions. There are currently 4 roles: sales associate with a revenue share of 20%, the affiliate with 15%, and on a small scale there's refer with 1% and associate refer also with 1%.
Go to www.thepipecompany.co.uk/associates-affiliates to become an affiliate with the PIPE program today and start generating passive income with long-term potential.
If you are reading our white paper, you can see the flowchart, which has users. They go into balance update post, visualize projects, FAQs, connect wallet, deposit, project detail page. It's essentially the normal process that you would see on any Web3 platform, but just a little bit easier to visualize if you are someone new, or in case you are struggling with the process because it's one of your first times of interacting with it, which is understandable. As everyone needs to start somewhere. You may use this graph if you are confused, or you can also ask us in Telegram, Discord, or even call us. That's also a possibility. Once Launchpad has deployed investment to at least 5 projects and reached 10 million euros in funding, so we have quite a few projects, and we can allocate up to 2 million euros per project, as we said before. When we reach 5 projects with 10 million in total in funding, the project will have reached its minimum viable ecosystem stage milestone called MVE, minimum viable ecosystem. Further PGF development can then take place and deployment will commence. Next, we see the PGF minimum viable ecosystem graph, which, again, if you're reading this, you're going to be a lot better off than me explaining the graph to you because it's not easy to explain this. But it has a few components such as companies or institutions, HNWI, uh, guilds, investor guilds. We're not a game, but they're going to be investor guilds. DAI, funding, returns, investments, and it's all interconnected. That's as best I can explain it. And then there is a page of acronyms that you might want to use, such as HNWI is high net worth individual, which I've never actually heard of this acronym before, but I guess it works. Oh, and a guild is a specialist advisory group on Pipe. Even though I really think of only games when I think of what a guild. The value of the PGF and the DIFs is based on the underlying asset value of the investment, which grows on average at 397% per annum. So X4 per year. And to reiterate, DIF means decentralized investment funds. Initially, and to start the process, investors are invited to join the Launchpad as we build out the wider gDAO protocol and PGF through the development of further decentralized investment funds, DIF, such as XX/DAO, XX-DAO, DAI, Guild, etc. The high value projects sourced by the PIPE platform and processed via QAD are visible to the PGF and all specific new DIF elements that have been formed to target specific investment opportunities. A lot of language, but yeah, what we've been talking about so far. At the scope of the PGF, as the scope of the PGF grows and various interest groups evolve, including third-party commercial businesses and venture capitalists, alongside the existing Launchpad and other TIF, etc., the opportunity to trade positions via the PEX evolves. Okay, so as we grow bigger, the exchange is going to be also bigger and present more opportunities. Thus, allowing for the creation of liquidity in the system, opportunities to buy, sell, and trade positions. So, our pipe exchange is coming. That's the gist of this paragraph. And we're done for this episode. Thank you for listening to us. We still have quite a few pages to go on the white paper, and we'll see you for our next reading.
We'll see you next time, yeah.